We are recording.
What'd you say?
We are recording.
I'm in a secret location. I heard you. Why have you said that like 6 times? I've heard you each time you said that. Why do you keep saying that to me?
I think we might be experiencing some lag.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. I'm not going to participate in this if that's the case.
I think it's getting a little better now.
Is it getting better now?
Yep.
That was a big lag right there in the answer. That's a lag, Steve. There's a lag.
No, I think it is getting better.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
That's a lag. That's a real lag.
What are you doing? Well, no, if you want me to say hello right after you say something, I can do that as well.
Right after I say hello. Ready?
Yes.
Hello.
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 All right, that's not bad. It's not. I don't think it's perfect, but it's not bad. All right, I'm in a secret location for the case. No reason to give that away. Tomorrow, I think Steve might be the biggest day yet for the case, potentially.
Yes, I think so. It's I'll be very interested to see which way it goes. There's three ways it can go, so I don't know, What are the okay.
Well, I mean, pass, fail, absent.
I was also thinking massacre, but
that's true. There's 4 ways. That's true. That is true. Yeah, so Kevin Clancy's gonna join us here in a few minutes. Is the lisp back or no? I don't know.
I can't hear a lisp, but then again, I never heard it originally when we were doing the StreamYard shows.
True. It's probably back. So if it's not, so Kevin Clancy's going to join us after he. I mean, this is a guy who ridiculed cancel culture, now saying it exists, and basically wants this guy canceled. He's following in the footsteps of these friggin' people. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I don't know if he's actually rooting for him to be canceled, but he's kind of victim blaming. He's saying, if you didn't want this to happen, you should have just kept your mouth shut, Chris.
Yeah, it's always a good argument to have. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I don't know. So we'll do that. What else is going on? Anything going on before we have Kevin come in? Anything going on in the Minifan world? Any news? Any notes? Anything that jumps out at you?
I haven't seen a lot of Minifan news. There might be some drama over the Miniladies doing some kind of TV 90-day fiance review show, but I don't know exactly what that is. But there's some big company news with the Chernin Group acquisition of that that company we were talking about earlier on the phone, the sports memorabilia company.
Oh yeah, what are they called?
It's called Golden Auctions.
Right, and Bill Simmons is part of that, and Kevin Durant and all those people.
Yeah, and Logan Paul and a bunch of other people. One of the YouTube co-founders is also part of it. So. I didn't really know that sports memorabilia was such a big market, but I mean, it's like a $40 million investment. So I guess TJ Hubbard was an innovator ahead of his time with his baseball cards.
You think that's true? Can you still hear me while I do this, by the way?
Yes, I can. Yep.
Okay. So Bill Simmons is one of those, right?
Yeah. Bill Simmons, Chad Hurley, Logan Paul, Mark Cuban, Kevin Durant, and Chernin Group.
Okay. So this woman from the writes for the Ringer, correct?
She does a podcast for the Ringer. I think she may write for them as well.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, she's part of the,
Rachel Lindsay. She was the first African American bachelorette, and now she did a podcast. I don't know what the title of the podcast is, but the video was going around Twitter yesterday with the Ringer slug on it of her basically responding to Chris Harrison after she had interviewed him on whatever that television news program was.
And I'll just say to Rachel Lindsay, that's fine. You can criticize Chris Harrison all you want. It's bullshit. We'll play something down. She's a phony. She didn't challenge him. Now she's hiding. She's trying to ruin this guy's life. She takes a check for Bill Simmons, who once again I am right now scrolling through the old rating the Wimbledon tennis girls. And you take a check from this guy. In fact, you want to go on about 3 years, 20 years? Like when is the when does it matter here? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that one part what I agree with KFC on is that, I guess his argument that 2018, 2021 were this huge, gulf of difference. That's kind of weak. Yes, it's accelerated, but that's not where the strength of the argument lies on. I think he saying more like, let's just have some compassion and understanding here is probably his more effective argument. But I mean, if you're going to completely disregard that, then you have to answer for what Bill Simmons did. But I'd be willing to bet that Rachel Lindsay has never even heard about this. And if you brought it,
if we had her on, can we ask her on?
Yeah, we can ask.
Say, here's Bill Simmons, and again, you can write whatever you want, but if you're going to be in the business of working for a company that's run by this guy who calls out people and tries to ruin their careers, Bill Simmons wrote The Williams Sisters. Now, remember, I think Serena was 19 or 18 in 2000 when he wrote this, whatever she was. B-. Call me crazy, but I think they're cute in an Amazon kind of way. So, I mean, I don't know. The beads thing is pretty kinky, he wrote. Serena's body is right out of a porno movie. They're also a tad surly. Then he says, Venus is just scary. She has a second child thing going. She probably go an extra mile to get the job done for a man. Both of them make a lot of noise if you catch my drift. So, I mean, and
I don't really get the drift there.
I don't either. I don't really know what the hell he's talking about. So, that's all I want. I just want that, I mean, we can play this down when Kevin's on or whatever. I don't know why this story is stuck in my craw. I just don't, I don't give a fuck about Chris Harrison, but it's just, I think maybe, and I always say this, maybe the most innocuous thing someone's been canceled, whatever word you want to use yet for this thing. And I know it's I get things stuck in my head and it drives me nuts, but this is definitely up there. It's kind of like, my, you see my obviously you've seen my OCD addictions here at times. I had an OCD issue yesterday that I haven't had forever, where like I have this thing where I'm fixated with even numbers. So sometimes I have to touch things an even amount of times. I'll just bring it into my head. Have I ever discussed this before at length or no?
Yeah, you've screamed at me for having the temperature at 69 instead of 70.
Okay. So thank you. Perfect. That's a perfectly reasonable example. So like if I touch a door once when I leave a room, I can't do that. I have to touch it twice. But here's the problem with that. If I touch it twice once, that's only one set of doing it twice. That's an odd number.
It seems like a never-ending
then you do it twice, and then it's one time doing it twice, and then it's one time doing it 4 times, and it's one. So I have spent time and the other day, it was only like 3 or 4 minutes. There were times when I was younger. I remember one time in prep school, especially, and this was bad because I had stolen $6,000 from a duel. I was trying to get out. I was trying to get out of there in the land, but I couldn't get out. It was like a cops episode. But
so does this apply if you just steal one this time? Do you have to steal twice? So you've stolen an even number of times. I said, does your OCD apply to stealing from a duel?
There was a time in prep school. I remember I went to go see my guy, Doctor. Well, I won't say his name. The doctor always talking about his blockbuster movies.
Yes. You told that story.
Right?
Yeah.
I spent, I think, 30, 40 minutes in my room not getting out in the door because I was saying in my head, have I done this 626, 627, 628? But it's only one time I've done that. So, I mean, you can stay in your room. I don't know what it has to do with Rachel Lindsay or whatever these people's names are. But you can stay in these rooms forever, I guess, supposedly, to your point. And I when last time I was at McLean, his name was David. I'm not going to, obviously, I don't know his last name. He was a very nice kid. He was probably 15 years younger than I am, maybe. And he had been there for OCD. He said he'd been there for 4 months. And I was just like, it's just a fucking unbelievable, crushing way to do things. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm even moving things around. Nothing can touch anything. It annoys me. You annoy me. That annoys me. But I can't do anything about. You're what you are.
Hey, I try not to have things touching on your desk when you come in. I have the temperature set at an even number. I try.
Usually you try. That's true. Is 0 an even number?
Yeah, I think so. But it's also its own different number, right? It's unique against all the other numbers.
So why you had 0 sound from DC? You didn't want to have one sound bite? You didn't want to get me nervous, upset?
Exactly.
I appreciate that. You crushed about that. You seem very upset about that.
Yeah, I was. Well, I mean, I have a lot of anxiety about being prepared for the show. And so when I'm not, I always take it personally and I dwell on it.
Well, I don't think I'm a particularly, I have this reputation, but other than the time, that I yelled at you and did the 2 hours, pretty laid back generally.
Yeah.
As I'm getting
older. I think you are. And in retrospect, I mean, that was just fun.
Buying that?
No, I said I do buy that. You're pretty laid back in general, but it's my own thing. I had it even when I was with Howie. I have a lot of anxiety about being prepared for the show, and if something's not right, it's something I dwell on. It's my own mental health issue.
We have 6 ads today, right? An even number?
Yes, we have 6 ads today.
Instead of those ads, that's a problem. One of them is Bespoke Post. They've done it again this winter with its all-new lineup of essential Box of Awesome collections for guys, guaranteed to upgrade your life. Whether it's showcase pieces, whether it's your indoor hosting skills, cozy threads for those blustery days. It's ridiculous out there right now. Bespoke Post sends guys the best stuff every month, no matter what you're into. Box of Awesome has you covered. We've talked about it, barware, grooming, everything. A nice bag, nice pens, a journal to write stuff. I use it for the case. I have pen, bag, and journal for the case. Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. Take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right box of awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box costs only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. So here's what you do. You head on over to boxofawesome.com. Use my name, Kirk, at checkout as a code. That's boxofawesome.com, code Kirk. 20% off your first box at boxofawesome.com, code KIRK. I'll tell you another little inside thing, Steve, that I think that Tim and Cantons and the other listeners will like. There are certain words in the English language that most people use fairly frequently that I do not use because I don't like saying the word. Like, I don't say the word because it makes me just uncomfortable and nervous.
Can you spell out an example?
A couple of them. I'm not going to tell you what they are, obviously. I cannot.
I know moist.
I will not. But yeah,
there are
a couple
women who don't like moist.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that word. I'm fine with moist. You know why I like moist? Because it sounds exactly like what it is. Moist is a good word. It's a weird sounding word, moist, but it's not a bad word. Not a bad word. No, not a bad word.
Yeah, I don't really have any words that set me
that as well. What's that?
I said I don't really have any words that set me off, but I know that. I said I don't really have any words that set me off.
These fucking remote shows are going to drive me out of my friggin' mind, Steve. They're going to drive me out of my fucking mind. Tell me something else that's going on.
What was your take on Amy Cooper, the white lady who lost her job and was, in trouble for being a racist, basically, for calling the police on that bird watcher?
I bet you're more excited. That's interesting too. I bet you're more excited that the good citizens of Nevada are going to spend $2 million to build an airport, change the airport's name to the Harry Reid Airport from the. When are they going to stop? What can we all stop? And I'm stealing this from Jerry, but when are we going to stop naming things after people? Can we just stop? It's over. Everyone's going to get canceled eventually. Why are we naming things after Harry Reid and fucking this McClellan? Why? What's the point? That is an unbelievable delay, Steve. Steve is frozen right now. I don't know what is going on. Steve, why are you frozen? Why do I hate? God, I hate these fucking remote shows. Fucking hate them. Totally frozen. I don't know where he is. Who knows where he is? I have absolutely no idea.
No, we're both.
Anyway.
Can you click?
What?
Do you have me now?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Do you have me now?
Yes. What the fuck?
Do you see the little gear down at the bottom of the control panel?
What? Mic, cam, mic, chat, leave. What?
Yeah. Click that.
Yeah. Click what?
Click camera.
Okay.
Click the gear. Cam mic.
That's my daughter.
And then
select what?
Under settings, go to camera. Click show advanced and set your camera resolution to low.
I don't have that. I have front camera and back camera. I don't have resolution.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just set mine to low. Hopefully that'll make a difference. It seems to be working now.
It's great. It's fucking great. God, I hate these fucking lives. These fucking live things are so fucking annoying. I'm annoyed. Now I'm annoyed. Now I'm friggin' annoyed. Anyway. All right. So when is Clancy calling in?
He was supposed to be joining us. I can call him right now, but he was supposed to be joining us by StreamYard. But I can give him a call right now.
All right.
Yeah, he was supposed to join us a little while ago. You don't have headphones with you that you can plug in to your phone, do you?
I do. Why?
Because that might help it. It has like an anti-echo thing, so it tries to shut off your mic when you're talking. Or sorry, it tries to shut off your headphones, vice versa.
You got me still?
Yeah, I still got you.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems to have improved it.
All right. I don't know.
Do you want me to give Kevin a call?
Yeah, call him and just see what's going on. I'm not, I'm so friggin' annoyed with this stupid sound anyway.
Oh, there we go.
Even those little Teddy Grahams, I can't.
What's up?
I can't even have a odd number of those little Teddy Grahams.
Yeah.
I can't even. Sorry, I was in the middle of talking. We're doing the show right now.
Okay.
Hello.
You're talking about your crazy OCD and how you can't have odd numbers of fucking snacks?
Yeah, I can't.
Fuck. God damn it.
This is a tremendous technical performance by the three of
Well,
us.
the normal one broke, and now I got to use this. You know what? What do you guys use in your studio? Like, there was a time where I felt like I had to buy the best equipment and all this shit, and then I realized you just need like a USB mic, So I got this thing. Like, I tried to build a home studio for no goddamn reason.
I don't even know what is a USB. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Shut up, Kurt. What do you got?
I really don't. I don't.
No, I get that you don't. It's just a stupid, it's a fucking mic that you plug into your computer with a USB.
Well, okay, why are you so aggravated about that?
It's just your presence. It's just your face.
I haven't seen your beautiful face in a long time.
I know. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So you can't eat you eat 11 Teddy Grahams. You got to have.
Well, no, I was telling a story earlier. Steve is so checked out right now. He's staring ahead like
I was
staring ahead. You're like like he looks like Terry Anderson before he's released to fucking Iran in like 1980.
No, you have to understand, Kevin. I go into the studio in the morning and I have to set out the desk so that none of the copy touches the stories. I have to set the temperature exactly at 70 or 68 degrees. I have to accommodate this so to avoid being screamed at. Well,
Kevin, I told a story when I was at school one year. I couldn't leave my room for like 30 minutes because I'm fixated on even numbers. So if I touch a door once, I have to touch it again. So if I touch it twice, that's only one set of touching it twice. So that's only one. So if I do it twice, it's only one set of doing it twice. So, I mean, there were times where I was.
I feel like, Kirk, you are like, you're such a great debater and arguer. And when you're in your element, you're tough to beat. Except I feel like I could get you like trapped in a bathroom if I ever needed to.
There's no question.
It's
not even debatable.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely could. Anyway, so after you mocked me for being Kirky cancel culture, I've spent no time on cancel culture the last 6 months. And here you are.
And then The Bachelor brings you out of retirement.
Not even me. It's
losers who never would give The Bachelor.
Not a second. I don't even know who he is. I don't even know who the guy is. I've never watched The Bachelor in my life.
But now, fucking get the pitchforks and torches. We're back, baby.
Well, tell me where I'm wrong. So he goes on this woman's podcast, right?
Yeah, it was on like Extra TV. But
okay. So she's a black woman. She used to be on the show. The contestant, the gentleman this year is black, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So she had what I call a party, like the band Lady A. I don't use the word. So she went to one of those parties, and everybody freaked out from 3 years ago. And this woman asked Chris, what's his name? Chris Anderson? What the hell is
Harrison.
Harrison. Chris Harrison about it. And Chris Harrison's like, well, we should probably wait a little. Let's not harass much. In fucking America, led by, Bob Murchison and Kevin Clancy, are combining to try and ruin this guy. Well, I think went on your dumb show before. You're trying to ruin this guy's life now. What's that?
You mean Chris Harrison? He hasn't gone on mine, but he's been on like the Barstool circuit before.
Okay, so it's part of the Barstool. So part of the Barstool, whatever.
Yeah, I don't. As always with this shit, I don't have a problem with anybody with anything that they actually say. My point is that Chris Harrison is fucking insane for speaking up about this. What is he doing?
That a boy. But here's the thing.
Why do you feel the need? Why are you so concerned with this one random Bachelor contestant who is literally a dime a dozen, who, by the way, nothing has happened to her other than like people are tweeting at her. She didn't lose her job. She hasn't even been kicked off the show. You guys want to talk about getting canceled, but no one's getting canceled.
Chris Harrison is.
Chris Harrison is getting heat because he's fucking stepped up and said dumb shit.
But he didn't say anything. But here's the thing. He didn't even – what he said was innocuous. If he had said –
You're right. And that – totally agree with that. I am at the point with all this where I choose to live in reality, where I just accept that is – what? Steve, I mean, you guys are going to sit here –
What a fucking – bend over and take it right in the asshole.
I think
come on.
Eventually, man. They will come for you.
They did.
Absolutely. I will 100% be canceled one day. And that's the fucking way the world's going to work. You're not going to stop it. You're not going to stop it. I'm not going to stop it. So what? We're going to talk about this forever?
You want to live in
No, I haven't talked about it in months, but when I hear you say that, I hear you say, well, you probably shouldn't speak up. What are you going to do? Then it's over. Then it's over.
You shouldn't speak up when we're talking about like a contestant on The Bachelor. When it matters,
why not?
Because who fucking cares?
But here's the thing, though, Kevin. He didn't say, like, here's the thing. So she had this part. She went to this party, 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So it was a like an antebellum party. Is that right?
Yeah, it was like an old South. It was on a plantation.
But there were no like slaves there, correct? Like they didn't go all in. Am I right?
As far as I know, no, there was no.
So she dressed up like an old person from the South or whatever.
Yes.
She really did nothing wrong. Basically.
Right. I don't think she did anything wrong.
So what are we like?
No.
Why is this okay? So why does this man in your mind?
Sure. So like, would you feel the same way about blackface?
No, that's different.
So like, where do you draw the line as far as
what you want to do? Again, if it was me, if she was wearing blackface versus going to a sorority party,
if you were doing like a costume versus like, in essence, that's what they're doing here. So
well, here's the thing.
The old South and act like the old South, and people are like, well, that used to be slavery. And I understand that something like blackface is way worse, but I'm saying where are you going to draw lines on these things where it's like, well, I don't know if it's going to be a problem every time, just fucking stop doing it.
So they also went back and found pictures of her wearing a sombrero, dressed like
Native American, and all that shit. That's just I don't get offended about anything. My point was more that if I was Chris Harrison, I would never stick my neck on the line for that girl, ever.
I understand that. Now, I understand what you're saying. He's just a brainless reality television host. But here's the thing, though. Like, in my mind, in his mind, I bet you he said, I wasn't really sticking my neck out for her. I was just stating the obvious. Like, he wasn't – it wasn't this crazy thing where he was making this plea to save her life or anything. He was just like, what are you going to do? Like,
it was long. It was like a 14-minute thing where –
She trapped him, though. She trapped him.
Him talking to her, too. I think if it was like anybody else other than the first black bachelorette, if the first black bachelorette is talking about the bachelor and is saying, like, this is pretty fucked up, when you're the white guy on the other side going, but for 14 minutes, it's just, I don't think what he said was like offensive. I don't give a shit. But I was thinking like, that wasn't a great appearance. That was not your best work, Chris Harrison.
So do you think he just told Rachel Lindsay, like, nah, I'm not coming on your show?
Probably. Or no, I would have gone on and done the Chris Harrison. I would have been like, I think that was like an unfortunate incident that has upset some people, but I know Rachel Kirkconnell, and I think she's a sweet girl.
He get in trouble for saying that. He get in trouble for saying that?
He probably would, but I think it would be a lot less trouble. I think there's a way that he could have stuck up for her enough and said, like, I think she's going to apologize, and we'll see in her actions that she's going to be better or whatever, without a 14-minute, when you start being like, well, the woke police, the cancel culture, you sound like you sound like you're on a.
But he's right. But here's the thing, he's right. I mean, he's
right. I also would. I mean, I think it would be stupid if you did that to Rachel Lindsay, the first black bachelorette. I think you would sound like a fucking idiot for doing it.
But if Rachel Lindsay asked me that question, and that's legitimately how I feel, then I should answer the question that way. Like I understand we're living in a dream world where you can't do that anymore. But I'm saying in a perfect world, and Rachel Lindsay, by the way, didn't challenge him at all. And then she goes on that Ringer podcast and acts like she was playing some mind game with him. Like, that's bullshit too.
No, yeah, totally. I mean, and she quit the Bachelorette. Like, she's letting her contract expire. Like, I can't do this anymore. It's like, come on, you're just a fucking member of Bachelor Nation.
Yeah, I mean, let's not.
You're not like 2020 journalists or whatever.
I'm not watching The Bachelor if Chris Harrison's not hosting anymore. I'm fucking out.
Well, that's what's crazy to me is like if he wants to. So they have like a live show where they announce the winner.
Right.
Well, I don't think he should have taken any time off, or they suspended him, or whatever you want to call it. I think it was fine. But if he's going to take like one night off, fine. But if they start filming the new season right away and he's like not in it, by the time that shit airs, no one's going to be talking about this.
That's the way it always is.
He's giving up like a season of his work for like 2 weeks of heat. All that's crazy. I never disagree with you on that front. I would, if I was Chris Harrison, I would like save my bullets or only speak up, or really, again, I would have had a fluff statement about it, but I don't think I would have gone in like 14 minutes worth of like disagreeing and, restating my opinion that like it was. I just don't think it was a good argument. He was acting like 2018 was like 20 years ago. Doing that shit in 2018, we were in the middle of all of this atmosphere.
Yeah, but I would agree. But I do think things have accelerated even in the last 3 years. I mean, especially like there's no question. There's especially post Floyd, post January 6th. I just think things have gone like 5,000 miles. If he had done that in 2018, he would still have his job, no doubt, zero doubt in my mind.
Yes, probably, and that's where his point was like looking through the lens of 2021. But even had he said that kind of stuff, like the way he framed that argument was just that like 2018 was forever ago, and just repeating woke police over and over. I just didn't think it was a very like eloquent. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna have that argument and that conversation with that person. I think he could have done it a lot better and a lot more concise and not sound like so like circular, making the same point over and over again. I still think I don't know if that was an AP decision or his decision. I think leaving work is fucking crazy about it all. But I mean, I know you guys think it's me, like capitulating to this fucking world. But it is. Certain people worth fighting for.
It is though. But I mean, you just said like you've given up. Basically, you did say that.
Yes. If there is a situation involving a no-name reality TV show contestant,
that's how it starts.
Online, yes, and they came for Rachel Kirkconnell, and I said nothing.
They'll come for Kevin Clancy,
Minahan, and I will certainly say nothing.
Oh, that is true.
You know what happened? I will accept the cancel with welcoming arms because I can just get out of this fucking hellscape of a life.
You have 76 different podcasts. You got to go. You got like 10 minutes or no?
No, I got to. We moved it to 7:30, so I got a little bit of time.
All right, let me do my read.
It's for you to recruit people to be on your Survivor show if they know you're not going to stand up for them when the cancel.
Yes, well, listen, I will let you know if you come on my Survivor show and you do some dumb semi-racist shit. You're on your fucking own. Do your
Let me talk about Milton's first. Milton's.com, Steve. They got the big winter clearance sale going on right now. I got my Tommy Bahama shirt. Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vine, Johnny O's, Ralph Lauren. Get your Uggs. You get all your comfortable shoes. The original sponsor of Kirk Minahan. Again, they're not going to give in. They're not going to capitulate, as Kevin capitulating Clancy does. They are not. They are not going to do that
word. I should not have given you the alliteration.
C. Kevin capitulating. Goodbye, Francis. Hello, capitulating. You go to Milton's.com. And you get your great deals right now. Big winter clearance sale going on. We're going to see them soon. The great Jared Carabas will be there soon. Miltons.com. Get moving right now. Big winter clearance sale. Missing anything, Steve, or no?
Nope. Just go to Miltons.com and click the sale page.
Click the sale page, and you go to the stores in Social Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, Miltons.com. Get moving right now. Click the sale page. Big winter clearance sale. A couple of questions. First of all, I am not a Survivor fan, but I enjoyed, as I texted you, Surviving Barstool. Congratulations. I know that unlike other people at the company, I watched the show. I'm not going to name names, but certain people at the company quickly said they didn't watch it. Were you, I'm sure you saw the groundswell of online support. It's already a movement. Will Steve Robinson be part of season 2 of Surviving Barstool?
Are you a big Survivor guy, Steve?
No, not really. I mean, I used to watch it when I was a little kid. I'm not like Tommy Schiavelli level of Survivor, but maybe
I just think the idea of Steve in that cocoon might be interesting.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what I think. Season 2, if and hopefully when, I think there's 2 things that'll happen. One, hopefully, a sponsor and gets involved and puts up like big money because $10 is no joke, but you throw like $100,000, people are gonna fucking literally
ugly
at each other in the back. And I think if we had a great cast, but a small one, if you get some of the weirdos of Barstool, the Steve Robinsons of the world, the Rico Boscos of the world, some of these
Frank the Tank,
Frank the Tank, you get some of these weirdos living under one roof doing all this shit together. We'll take over the whole reality TV circuit. I mean,
would you go somewhere?
I mean, what we were talking about with season 2 was more like using the old office because it's the most efficient machine out there. We just have an office that we pay probably $40,000 a month for nothing.
You mean the one that I did the show with you guys like 3 or 4 years ago?
Yes.
Do we still have that?
Yes.
The fuck do we do with it?
Like recently they set up a gym because we have another sponsorship going with the Whoop workout people.
Yeah. So
you're like a gym over there, but
you can go work out there?
Feidelberg and Casey have been, a couple people. They also did the Deion Sanders show there. They had a set up. So we have been using it, but there was a couple years where it was just fucking empty.
40,000 fucking.
I don't know that number. I'm just saying.
It's gotta be. It's huge.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So that's more what I was thinking because I do think an interesting twist was that we're not in the jungle. We're just like at work and in New York. But if they wanted to do it real big and go somewhere and, I could work that out logistically and the price was right and shit, I would love to. I genuinely really did love it. Like it's kind of, mindless, obviously. It's not hard hitting fucking, whatever. But I did have like a lot of fun doing it. I would love to do something more like that.
Was it your idea?
So it started out like it was. We had a live show that we were going to do skits in between, and we were like, what if we just did like a Barstool Survivor? So I went to Tommy, and we were going to do this like very like half-ass, not even half-ass, just a fraction of Survivor, where it was like we're on a text chain and there's quick challenges and someone gets voted off. So it was supposed to be this like 1 minute skit, and then from there we started thinking about bigger possibilities. And then MB on the sales side, who was a Survivor fan, was like, wait a minute, I'll get a sponsor. We could do this big. So it started out as like a KFC radio thing. But then once the sales people, once MB and then like Logan got a hold of it, that's when it really blew up. So yes and no.
What is your take? I know you listen to the show every once in a while. Jared Carabas seems concerned that you're doing so many different podcasts, that you have so many ovens in the fire. Fires in the oven?
Suns in the oven.
Rocks in the oven? What is it?
Something in the fire.
Irons in the fire. Irons in the fire.
Yeah. There we go.
Irons in the fire. Irons in the fire.
Yeah. I've heard that before, that concern. I think.
What is the status of the Carabas Clancy True Crime podcast?
So he was supposed to come to New York like 2 weeks ago or something on a Friday, and said he was, feeling not well and had some symptoms and didn't want to travel. So he didn't come for that. Then we were going to use Hotel Cecil or whatever.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Netflix that.
Yeah, we were going to kind of jump off, and I mean, it was so bad I didn't even watch it based on the reaction. So there's definitely plenty of cases to cover, but it is kind of. I did tell him, I was like, I do have so much else going on. I will do this, but you got to run it, and I'll show up and talk about it.
How's
but
that
it can't
going?
be another thing that I like spearhead,
And how's how's his initiative been on that?
Well, the Hotel Cecil thing was a little bit of setback because I think we were going to plan on using that. So we'll see how he regroups this time around.
Oh, I think we got
Kirk. I was going to say, are you frozen or are you just trying to like say more here?
Somebody's frozen.
Yeah.
I can see myself. I'm probably frozen. Go ahead.
You're back now.
Oh, it's me? All right, fine. Whatever. What else is going on with you? What any other Barstool thoughts for you? What's pissing you
off? Let's see. I think we're in a weird spot with like, I mean, I think, is Dave just, a Miami guy now? Have you talked to him at all? I feel like,
I text him very, 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 very rarely.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I'm just wondering what are you on the rundown anymore, or like, are we, should we just think of that as gone now, and we're, we got to do like there's a New York branch and a Miami branch and all that kind of shit, because I think that that's kind of clear where we're going with that.
Is there something the idea that Dave after this past summer was just like fuck everyone, and I'm in business for myself, or no?
I've always felt after his July vacation,
right?
I think every July 1st we like lost a little bit of the old Barstool in a way, and he would come back and we would resume, but it would be like 5% less, And every year I think that kind of continued to happen where he would get bigger, we would get bigger, things would change, the atmosphere would change, you can't joke the same way we used to, the chemistry's not the same, all that kind of shit. And then I think this pandemic and this summer, and then a lot of the shit that went down from, the Kaepernick stuff to the Trump stuff and everything in between, I do think there was, he was pretty open about that, where I think he was like, why I'm not, like I said with Chris Harrison, like, he's like, I'm not sticking my neck on the line for these people anymore. Like, fuck that. And I did back him up on that. I do believe, a lot of the heat that he took was crazy to me. Cause like he does
insane.
But even if you have certain progressive notions and feelings and whatever about him, like when you put food on someone's table and money in their pocket, that is the most important thing you can do in the world for somebody. And so whether or not everything else was perfect, I don't know, but like that, I think he deserved more credit for. And when he didn't, not only did he not get credit, he got, shit for it. I think he was like, yeah, fuck this, which does kind of suck because I think there's a lot of people who do like, acknowledge it and give him recognition, who would love to continue to like have the support and work and shit. But I think he'll be kind of like happy on his own.
I think he also got an incredible fucking thrill out of doing the Davey Day Trader Global stuff. And that's just like a one-man operation. It's not like he's not going to do a finance show with, Tommy or something like that. It's just a one-man thing and he fucking loves it. And
if you look at the three things he's done the last year, the box opening, the day trader stuff and the Barstool Fund. It's kind of a
and the pizza before that,
and the pizza, yeah. And I know people help out obviously and behind the scenes, but these are individual things. Like I don't know. I've never asked him. I don't think he gets a big thrill out of doing the college football show anymore at this point in his life.
Well, even when he started the finance thing, the first 2 days of that, maybe week, I don't know if you remember, was with Large. And
is that right? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it was short lived because I think Large, offered some real advice, knowledge on the situation. And Dave is a he's a one man show. He's not a pack animal. He's a solo operator.
Except for TikTok though, he's got his TikTok buddies.
Yeah, well, listen, he's a solo operator until one of his buddies A has 2 million subscribers on YouTube, and B makes you super, super cool with the youth. Those are the two things Dave wants. So if you can offer him that, I don't offer him either of those things, so he's never going to talk to me again.
Have you talked to him at all lately or no? Not at all?
No. What's the last thing I can't even remember the last thing I talked to him about. You know what? Recently I made an effort to text him just kind of being like, oh, that was funny or that was crazy, just to have some line of communication. Because I was like, man, I have not talked to this guy in so long that when I do need to talk to him, it would be nice to at least have some communication with him. So I think I texted him about the Josh Richards show. Oh, when Josh Richards was with Steve Cohen, I texted being like, yo, are you going to get contact with Steve Cohen? That was before Dave totally burned that bridge. But I just made some comment like that, and but other than that, no, we haven't really talked.
What about TV? Anything good?
Oh, man, I watched the finale of Your Honor.
You told me about this. That bad?
It was so bad, but I also accepted that show for what it was by episode 4, where I was like, okay, this is not, Breaking Bad. He has some Walter White type of characteristics here and there, but that show was a mess. They sped through way too much and threw way too much in there and made it too unrealistic. So it was kind of just an entertaining show, but even by those standards, the ending was particularly silly. Have you watched In and of Itself on Hulu?
What's that?
It's like a one-man show that's half magic. Half...
No, I know what you're talking about. No, I haven't seen it. No.
I'm afraid to say it because every time I say I don't like something, people go bananas. Like, oh, that's all you do is you're a contrarian, you hate things. I didn't get it at all. He has one moment where he calls audience members up and he gives them a letter, and the letter was written by the audience member's family member, and nobody. I tried Googling it. I tried looking on Reddit. So basically, imagine I called you up on stage. You just showed up at the show. Right. You open up a letter, and it's written by Harry. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening here? The internet has, no answers as to how he did it. So that's, the big trick. The rest is kind of, lame tricks and just him being very emotional about, he grew up with his mom was a lesbian. And, it's an hour and a half of him being, really dramatically emotional on stage with, 3 or 4 magic tricks.
I don't need that.
And the reaction I've seen, though, is this is unlike anything you've ever seen before. I can't even describe it. You must watch it. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting for the twist or the turn, the payoff or the big magic trick. And I was like, okay.
Can you tell me why Yellowstone's a good show? What have I missed here? I fucking hate it.
Wow.
I hate it.
I hate it. I like Taylor Sheridan projects, whether it's his movies or now TV shows.
He's good. What's Hell or High Water was him, right?
Yeah, and a couple others that where the setting, the park and the wherever they're set takes. I feel like Montana and Yellowstone is part of that show. I feel like that's.
Answer me this, okay? Did Caraba say this the other night, Steve? Somebody did. Do you ever enjoy anything? I don't, because I nitpick everything to death. Mm-hmm. So they make this whole thing. We got to get rid of Costner. We got to take him off the commission. We got to move him out. So they move him out, and they're like, "All right, let's put his son in his place." And you're like, "Well, what? He can handpick things like that." And I hate Casey and his dumb wife.
Realistic to me, no. It's that's politics.
No. Casey and his wife fucking in front of a coyote 6 times. I'm just like, leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I hate the women on the show. The women on the show suck. Give me Cole Hauser. Give me Costner. I'm good. I'm all set. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Those are my favorite parts of it, though. So, you do get that. I like Beth. I know you don't like Beth. I don't know. I feel like for regular TV, that's pretty good shit in my mind. Like, it's pretty like, if at least I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a New York guy, but it feels authentic. It feels like you're getting the real like rancher experience. Like, to me, that's like what actual
it looks great. It looks great.
Yeah.
It seems like Longmire ripped off, though. Longmire was the first show to really play off that like tribal land cowboy.
Yeah. I have heard that. I didn't see that, but I've seen people be like, if you want the real version, watch Longmire.
What was the point of having Sawyer on that fucking show? What did he do?
Yeah, that was, I don't know. Then they just needed somebody for Beth to like feud with in a way.
You stood there and stared at the fucking computer the whole year. It was like, oh, I can't believe she did it again like 10 times. Jesus Christ.
You do have some valid points, but it just didn't ruin – those things didn't ruin the whole show for me. But I do like – they ruined it for me. I'm sick of people who like everything. I know that I don't –
that's not me.
No, I know. We're on the same side.
Oh.
Like when people like, what do you like? I'm like, I'll rattle off a bunch of TV shows that I do like.
Sure.
I'll rattle off a bunch of foods that I do like, music that I do like. I guess when I give my takes, I'm more inclined to talk about like the criticisms of things I don't like. I'm not going to be like, hey, I love this show and that's it. So I don't know. I just feel like having standards and sticking to them is now viewed as like you're contrarian. It's like, I don't know. I used to like Kanye West. I think all of his music now sucks. I think that there are people who just like it because it's Kanye and they have to like it. And I think that's crazy. I think you should have standards and stick to them. And then all of a sudden you become a hater and you're a curmudgeon and all this shit. It's like, I don't know. Have some fucking pride. Have some standards.
To me, it's more fun to talk about the stuff you don't like in a book or a movie or a TV show than this to talk about, gee, I really liked it's more fun to more fun to argue and nitpick and battle and say, why didn't they do this or that? Like, there are things about that show I like, but there are more things I don't. But I'm right. I get that too all the time. Well, don't you like anything? Yeah, there's 50 million fucking shows I like.
Yeah, you wax poetic about Bruce Springsteen all the time, but also it's like when you like something, it's like, okay, I like it. I like the way they did it. There's nothing more for me to add. When I don't like something, I could say, well, I wish it was done this way, or they did. There's more of a conversation to be had. But I'm also, and then I also feel like when you have. If you co-sign something, I know, it's probably the real deal. If, Bob Fox or Feidelberg or people who love Trent, I'm like, well, I don't really know if I can trust you on that because you told me, you like every single thing that's ever come across your desk.
Well, I just don't like when, there's certain things come out and I know if a certain person is going to like it even before they see it. Then I'm out. Then I'm out. I'm like, well, you're going to like Bob Fox with, whatever, Mandalorian. He's going to love it, right? No matter what. But he'll tell you that. But still, I'm like, well, how can I take you seriously?
Yeah, I had my whole fight with them on The Mandalorian where
I liked.
I feel like I've never been more vindicated in an argument because the episode that I said, like, boy, this show is just the same thing over and over again, that week they totally flipped the script and started doing different stuff. And they were like, well, what do you have to say now? And I was kind of like, good. That's what I was asking.
That's the point.
Fucking, do you watch WandaVision?
I've seen a couple of them. It's fine. It's good. The change they made, it's good. But I'm not like a massive Marvel guy though, so it doesn't. It's good.
I thought the first like 2.5, I guess it is, episodes where they're doing the television thing and the laugh track is on and it's being all silly. I get that it was setting it up, but I think they could have done that in like one
episode.
Yeah, we get it. He's living in this television world and there's the outside. That to me, I was like, halfway through the third episode, I'm like, I'm wasting my, this is stupid. I don't need it, but I get it. It's a bigger picture thing. So,
well, let me ask you the real important question. Your old partner, we had her on last week. There are many accusations that Casey Smith is a cheater at trivia.
She's a what?
In a battle with her team in a couple of weeks. Cheats at trivia. She plays trivia and cheats.
I hear, it sounds like everybody cheats at trivia. I'm like, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I don't know. I did it last week. I'm not good at that show because I think me and Jeff D. Lowe are like polar opposites of humans. So anything that he's looking up or likes or is going to come up with questions, I'm never going to have encountered. But I could not imagine. And this is not a shot at the Dozen or Jeff because I know it's a very popular show and people like it. But I could not imagine ever caring enough to cheat on that show.
Well, there's a lot of accusations. Casey, Cons, Frank the Tank. I'm trying to win the game legitimately. I'm taking this very seriously. I want to win this championship.
Who's I would like to be on a team with you guys. I feel like that would. Who's on your team? Oh, it's you guys, and Jared, right?
Yeah, I mean it's me. No, it's just me. It's literally, It's literally just me. It's like
episodes, but I've seen some tweets that you were not happy with Steve's performance.
There's some tension. There's some tension in the room.
Did you get some easy ones wrong? Is that what happened?
No, Kirk's gotten like 24 questions right of 25 questions our team has gotten right in 2 matches.
Well, your back hurting, Kirk.
It hurts. It fucking hurts. All right, go. What are you going? What are you doing? Some like dating show or something? What the fuck are you doing?
So I'm trying to do Clubhouse because I do feel
know
like
what that is. What is that?
So you got to keep up. I'm trying to keep up with the internet. I can't do TikTok.
I know you are.
I can't dance. I can't be sexy. Clubhouse, I can do. Clubhouse is audio. It's honestly the best way to describe it, and I'm going to talk about it tonight. The reason why this little dating show came about is because all Clubhouse is a reboot of like AOL chat rooms, and instead of talking, you're just talking.
It's just a conference call.
Exactly, and for whatever reason, it's catching on. But I was like, I can't dance, I can't look hot, but I can talk. I can do audio. And I was thinking to myself, if it is like an AOL chat room, what we used to do there is fucking cyber sex with each other and talk about like hooking up. So what happened was last week I went into a room. It was since it is new, there's not many rooms happening yet, but there was a room of NYU kids, and it was like featured, and it said shoot your shot. And I went in, and it was a bunch of college kids who were like announcing to their crush, like, I want to go out with you publicly in front of. There was thousands of people in the room, and it was like I just couldn't imagine those kids nowadays. I'm like, I would never have the fucking courage to do that, and like they're crazy, you know what I mean? They're sociopaths. So I got me thinking about trying to do some, because when I first started thinking about Clubhouse, I was like, why don't we just do the podcast and we'll simulcast it? And then the people at Clubhouse were like, yeah, that doesn't work. Nobody wants to do that. You need to come up with a new idea and have guests on and have fans in and do fun shit. So I basically got 3 guys, 3 girls, and we're going to do like I'm going to ask them like ATI, answer the internet questions and see if they connect based on. So rather than, dating show questions, but rather than doing like, what's your ideal date? We're going to ask them Barstool questions and whatnot and interact with the fans. See how it goes. I don't know.
What's the name of the club?
So I took it on the AOL chat room stuff. We're doing ASL, age, sex, location.
Oh, nice.
Either like me and you are going to understand it, but the young kids probably won't. But they'll, it still serves as a functional purpose. You'll get it. What's your age? What's your sex? What's your location? But if you're old enough,
do you think?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think you ever interacted with a man and did that on the old AOL, like masturbated while talking to other men? I definitely did. No.
I definitely
we might have done it to each other.
You
and I might have done it to each other.
Oh yeah, what are you wearing? Sex.
I'm a 16-year-old female from Florida. What are you? No doubt about it.
I'm not too much. I'm 5'8", 110, 36C. I'm just hanging. I'm just lounging around the house right now. It's fucking Steve and his fucking house in Dexter, Maine.
There were any straight girls in there, if it was always just teenage boys talking to each other.
Oh, no question. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, always trying to do some new shit.
All right, well, I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
Glad we cleared that all up.
Yeah, whatever.
There you go. All right, goodbye. Bye. There you go. The great Kevin. I almost said Kevin Francis Clancy, but of course it's not. His middle name is now changed, Steve.
Yes. Kevin.
What did we say? Kevin what? I don't even know.
I was just thinking for it too. My brain scrambled.
Who that think of it while I do Simply Safe. SimplySafe.com. Simply Safe. Can Simply Safe protect us from cancel culture?
It can probably protect you from paparazzi trying to capitulating. There we go. Yes.
Yes. It can probably.
I was thinking conciliatory, Kevin. No, that's not it.
No, that's definitely not it. He had a lot.
It could probably protect you from the paparazzi trying to sneak in. He was.
Simply Safe has an arsenal of sensors and cameras that protect every inch of your home. You can set up yourself in about 30 minutes. Super easy. Simply Safe's professionals take over, monitor your home 24/7, ready to send help the moment there's an alarm. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. You get a free home security camera. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. You also get a 60-day risk-free trial. There's nothing to lose. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. Total protection 24/7, plus that free home security camera and a 60-day risk-free trial. You get nothing to lose. 30 minutes, you set up yourself, and your house is protected for good. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. SimplySafe.com/KIRK. All right, what else is going on, Steve?
Well, I'm not sure if we talked about this on the show. It might have been when we were driving around South Carolina, but the the NPR Cold Case podcast where they start listing off all the producers and assistant producers and senior vice producers. Well, Jon Stewart, not the funny Jon Stewart who calls into the show from time to time, but the former comedian from.
Oh, Jon Stewart is now on that Jon Stewart, the Daily Show. Jon Stewart is now on Twitter, and he's the biggest fucking. What's that?
He just got on Twitter. I thought he's been there for.
I think he was on with a day. I think he just got a new account. He's same thing. Like a funny guy, but everything now is politics. Oh,
yeah, he's like a harpy and a shrew criticizing people. He's done great political work for like 9/11 first responders.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Like, it's a drumbeat. There's no humor there, but I thought you'd get a kick out of. They just posted an advertisement on Media Bistro hiring. They're accepting job applications for Jon Stewart's new Current Affairs podcast that's coming out on Apple TV. And they're looking for producers, researchers, footage and /archival producers, talent and booking producers, graphics producers, post supervisors, editors, assistant editors, digital producers with experience in social media and websites, podcast producers, script supervisors and coordinators, associate producers, and production assistants.
We've got Miyu and fucking Justin.
Yes, that's our crack team. Every once in a while, Carano steps in to lend us a hand.
That's true. That's true. We do have Carano. So, I mean, that's how many people do you think that would be?
I mean, they're going to have a 30-person team just to do. I don't even know what.
What?
I would guess it's going to be an hour daily, maybe. And there will be a video of it, but it just seems like.
I mean, good for them. I mean, like,
yeah,
great. But I mean, like,
it's just Apple money. I mean, Apple TV, Apple the company, just throwing money away trying to build out a media platform. I guess that's what they have to do. They have to just burn a bunch of cash.
You know what's funny though is like if I had that opportunity, like I would not handle having that many people. I want to know. I want to know. Not to the point where I'm like, you do things and you for the case and for this. But like the idea to be somebody that I don't know, like I know you, like somebody under you who's then under that, who's going to do something about the case, it would make me fucking mental if I didn't know about that. Mental. It would just drive me nuts. And that's my own weakness. But I mean, I want to go find that tweet again because I think when they won Podcast of the Year or whatever, I think they thanked like 40 people. And I don't know. I mean, we're working on this now, and it's a lot of work, but I don't know what 40 people would do. Like.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, we could potentially have like a dedicated video person just following you around. And we will have some video editing help from Barstool, but it's not like we're not building out a staff of 24 people to work on this. I mean, I'd be interested to know how many people worked on Serial. I mean, I'm sure
a lot.
Yeah, it had to be been a ton, even at the beginning.
Well,
even
Serial was who did Serial? What company did Serial? I forget. I'm blanking.
Was it wonderful?
I think it might have been, but like today, like you sent me that 300-page document today, right?
Yes.
But like I couldn't would they be like, okay, 30 people take 10 pages or 10 people take 30 pages? Is that how they would do it?
Yeah, I think so. I think
I want to see everything. You know what I mean? It's not that I don't trust you, but it's not that I don't trust you, but I'd be like, well, I want to make sure we get everything.
Well, yeah, I think the benefit that we have is that we both want to read over something like that, and some things jump out at you, and some things jump out at me, and I think that's how you get critical research done. Or you could just, I don't know, if you're government funded, you can just pay a bunch of researchers to go do the work for you and take credit for it in the end.
I guess. Is any Cuomo issues? Anything new with Cuomo today, or no? He's still the governor, not in jail.
Yeah, he's still the governor. Cuomo's press conference yesterday. I don't know if you watched much of that.
Awesome. I watched.
He just lied through his fucking teeth.
Tremendous.
He had like a slide. Did you see? I tweeted out a graphic of a slide he put up that was like political spin. Here's the line, and here's facts. And it's just so fucking condescending he is to the questioning him about it. Like everybody knows he's fucking full of shit. Everybody knows he signed that order. And like you said that the other day, there's this one Finger Lakes Daily News in upstate New York is willing to hold him to account for it, and the New York Post. And so the New York Post isn't allowed to ask questions at the press briefing.
I don't know. Like, it seems like there's been some resistance within his own party, but it's been very quiet. The media has basically said nothing. The mainstream media, like, it's going to actually float away, which is kind of wild. It actually is wild.
I think part of it is because DeSantis in Florida has done such a good job handling the lockdown that people are starting to talk about him as a potential 2024 candidate. And they don't want him emerging as like the governor who dealt with coronavirus the best, because that would be a narrative that they don't like. So they're all very invested, making sure people think that, Cuomo did a really good job. But I'll tell you, there was on CNN last night, there was only one mention of the Cuomo name on Chris Cuomo's show, and it was when he said, "Hi, this is the Chris Cuomo show." Like,
I guarantee you that
whatsoever.
Yeah,
like, they should at least have to read a disclaimer. Like, we did a dozen interviews over the summer with Andrew Cuomo, basically sucking him off. And oh, by the way, this happened. It should be like a mandated disclosure.
Oh, we talk about Omaha steaks quickly here. Not quickly. I'm taking my time. These are great steaks, delicious. Steve's been cooking them. You have some already this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna have one tonight. Actually, I thought out a filet mignon earlier, so I'm gonna put their face to this. I've been doing mostly the burgers just because they're quick and convenient, but I got some pork chops and some chicken cutlets that I'm looking forward to as well.
Well, if you go to omahasteaks.com, enter my name, Kirk, you get a special prize on the Butcher's Bestsellers package, plus 4 more chicken breasts and 4 more of their delicious burgers for free. The leader of gourmet steaks and food for over a century. Nothing can match the flavor, tenderness, and value of an Omaha steak. You go to omahasteaks.com, keyword Kirk, and you get the Butcher's Bestseller Pack today. The 4 free chicken breasts and 4 burgers. We know the hamburgers, hot dogs, every pork chops, desserts, so much more. And Steve's having the Butcher's Cut Filet Mignon. You go to omahasteaks.com, keyword Kirk, omahasteaks.com, keyword KIRK for the great 4 free chicken breasts and 4 burgers. I mean, I do understand intellectually Kevin's argument about Chris Harrison. I do. But like, and he kind of mocked it. But when you just dismiss somebody, it's always just a dummy host a reality show and the girls on the reality show. So what? I'm telling you, that's where it started. That, like, you let that shit slide and then it just doesn't end. And he's also right about this, by the way, Steve. And I've been saying this. That's why I've been spending too much time on cancel culture. For some reason, this one's in my fucking ear. I don't know why. It's over. Like, we could do cancel culture stories every single day. We could say this is the craziest story ever. This is the craziest story ever. It won't matter anymore. It is. I mean, it is over. The flag is planted.
I don't think so.
Won. Oh, it is. Fucking no.
I don't think it's over, and I think a lot of that has to do with different technologies, like decentralized technologies, and people basically innovating their way out of centralized corporate control and power. And I mean, it's too boring to talk about now, but I think that there are legitimate ways that you can decentralize social media so that no single person has the ability to pull the plug. Like, you can create uncensorable social media platforms.
Sure, but I'm saying sure, but I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore because everything's so streaming. But like, I would say that The Bachelor is probably one of the 2 or 3 biggest shows on network television. I'm just guessing that it certainly gets the most social, and the host is gone. I'm trying to think of it, but that person will be gone. And it's not, you don't have to, in the past, like the blackface thing to me, like would I get rid of somebody in the past? If I found out you had a blackface picture when you were in college, would I fire you as my producer? I would not. I would say, well, if you changed, let's talk about this. Let's have a discussion. But it doesn't matter now. Like, like they would Barstool would follow it. Like, so his point about what matters and what doesn't, at least blackface, like, I totally get it. It's dumb. It's stupid. If you did that in college now, it's dumb. It's stupid. But that girl going to a party is not the same thing. And then something less than that is not the same as that. And something less than that is not the same as that. And if if somebody wrote a paper in college, extolling the virtues of an antebellum party, they'll get canceled now. Like, it doesn't even matter anymore. It's so wild that, like, I can't even, like, I have to admit I've lost some of the taste in fighting it as somebody who's had to deal with it, because I know what you're saying, but like, they smell blood now. And now they're just picking little ones out of the water. Oh, here's Chris Harrison. Let's get him. Oh, let's go. It doesn't even matter anymore.
But I mean, again, getting back to like the decentralization of content distribution, you have to look at Barry Weiss. Barry Weiss was a New York Times columnist who was canceled for, I mean, she had I think.
Well, she quit, right?
Yeah, but I mean, the mob was continuously coming after her. So she's on Substack now. There's the Slate Star Codex guy. He goes to Substack now.
Okay,
so
but what's Chris Harrison going to do?
I mean, Chris Harrison has available to him. You know, he could go on TikTok. I mean, again, he would have to.
But he's not going to make. He's probably making $8 million right now.
I guess part of it still relies on like actually having skills and being entertaining.
Well, that's true.
That's true. He really had nothing to offer outside of the attractive women or attractive men that were on the show that he was doing. He was just, you know, a capable host who went along to get along until he didn't. So, I mean, I guess the idea is he can still get his idea out there. He still has platforms. Like he could go join TikTok, you know, and he could probably.
He's not going to make the money he's making now.
No,
Chris Harrison, a 50-year-old guy at TikTok, and not only that, Steve. Here's the other thing is now, but he has this whiff of this now attached to him forever. So it doesn't matter. Like they've labeled him that. You can't, and now you can never have the argument. You can't have the conversation and whatever. Like it's even talking about it now. I'm like it really doesn't matter anymore because you're just going to keep doing it. And, you know, that's what they want to do.
I think I'm a little bit more hopeful than that because we're in a transition period where because they're using their power in this way, they're becoming less irrelevant. Like the people who are canceling people at ABC or NBC or something like that. So like they're going to destroy themselves through this act of censorship. It's just going to take time, and consumers will move to platforms where people are truly free to speak their mind. No one wants to go watch something that is not edgy, where they think they're reading a corporate script or something. I mean, over time, I'm confident that people will choose something that is authentic as opposed to something that is, well, like what Feidelberg articulated in the show. We didn't get to it with KFC, but I mean, like I like Feidelberg. He seems like a good enough guy, but what he said there kind of encapsulates like the problem we have, like as a people.
But I mean, and to his credit, if we had him on, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. But he's like, that's just how I feel. Like he's not a fighter, and I don't mind that. Like I'm okay with that. I will say this because I have people with talent and creativity. I saw today. I think somebody tweeted this to me. Since he started his Patreon show, somebody has invested like whatever $10 in each of Mike's stock tips. They've lost money so far.
Well, that's not fair. That's not fair because those people have not been taking the cryptocurrency recommendations. You can't just cherry pick. You can't cherry pick. I'm just saying you can't cherry pick. I got to defend Mike here. You can't cherry pick a guy's portfolio. I mean, this guy is giving you terrible content. He's giving you, horrendous shows, and you're paying money for it, and he's taking more money out of your pocket with these hideous stock tips. It's ridiculous. If you had invested in Bitcoin when he originally recommended investing in Bitcoin, you'd be up crazy.
Do you think Mike actually knows anything about money or no?
Do I think that he knows?
I'll put it this way. Like, who do you think in the world knows most about money?
Who do I think in the world knows the most about money?
The world's money expert right now?
I would say Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategies.
All right, so let's say Michael Saylor is worth $1 in terms of knowledge, and somebody worth nothing is worth 0 cents. How much is Mike worth?
Well, 0.
So so he's not even worth a penny compared to this guy.
No, way out of his league, obviously.
Okay. So
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. If his money investment advice was worth anything, then he wouldn't have had the protracted wage negotiations with you and Erica Nardini. Right.
That's true. I
mean, that kind of speaks for itself. But I think that look, hey, he's got an open mind and he's willing to learn more. He was smart
enough to do what?
He was smart enough to take all of his money off of Robinhood after they fucked over all of their customers.
That's true. That's another story that just went away. These stories just go away. That's one thing that Kevin's right about, like Chris Harrison. Like fucking 6 months from now, nobody will even remember it. It'll be gone.
I think the story went away because when the dust settled, like I guess people who really understand finance had a chance to respond to like the Portnoy argument that Robinhood was just a bunch of crooks, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, that actually kind of makes sense."
Yeah, I guess.
I think Portnoy kind of left the bone alone.
I saw some tweets. Was I too tough on the guy with the GoFundMe thing or no?
I don't think so. He also reached out to me. I don't really feel like talking about it anymore. And I mean, I think anything that I had to say about it would be too tough. You know what I'm saying?
Was it an unpleasant conversation after this?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. He was very fine. He was very pleasant, but I think there might be a little bit more misremembering going on around what happened.
On your part or no?
No, not on my part. Not on my part. So I don't think that there's any benefit other than maybe entertainment value of going on more about it.
Well, we don't want to do that. So I was going to the bathroom the other day at Target, and you can see like they have the cameras that follow you when you walk in there. And I cannot believe, like, my hairline is definitely retreating even more than before. It was actually...
I think you only notice it because you've let it grow out.
Let it grow for me. It's startling. Yeah. Like, it was actually... And I'm not going to... God knows I'm doing nothing about it. But, like, you know, like on those Dayline episodes where they see the guy walking in before, like, he does something, you see, like, that footage. That's what it looked like. And I was like, holy shit. I didn't even know that guy was. I was like, that is a ball motherfucker.
So
that is wild.
Have you learned about the individual graph technique from Dr. DiStefano?
Oh, shut up, Steve. I turned down the fortune. I am not. Is that how we do DiStefano?
Yeah, he did.
Is that like? Do they do it? Is that the one where you have to lie down? They do it for like 8 hours.
Yeah, they I don't know if it takes 8 hours, but they pluck hairs from the back of your neck.
Oh, yes.
Rebuild your hairline.
I remember Jerry did it. I think Jerry did DiStefano as well, right? I don't remember.
I believe so. Yeah. I think I remember seeing his mug on the website.
So when he did it on like a Friday after work, and we did a run, like a race. Colleen Ritzer, I don't know if you remember the teacher. She was murdered on the North Shore a few years ago. Very sad story. Very nice girl. Her family's very nice. They're from Andover. So they do a 5K every year. It's really actually a nice run. I hope they get to do it this year. If they do, I'll definitely do it. But Jerry did it because we were kind of like announced to do it, and it was a Sunday after. And he took his hat off, and it was a rough scene.
Yeah,
it was a bloody. Yeah. I was like, I am not. I guess I like to shave my head, but I was startled. I was like, holy shit, because there are times like I'm not. When you look at yourself, you don't know. You don't think of yourself as any age. But I saw that guy, and I was like, oh, that's like a 50-year-old guy. And I was like, holy fuck, that's me. What the fuck happened? Where did it all go? Where'd time go? But
well, I will say there's no hair replacement procedure in existence yet that's going to make it look like you never lost your hair. You know, they all. I know
that's the other.
They all look a little. You also for you would have to then grow your hair out and do waves.
Right. I'm not doing that. No. I have no interest in doing that. Zero interest in doing that. What I have an interest in is learning a new language. Well, maybe even improving my language. That's why I go to Babbel. BABBL.com, if I'm spelling that correct, Steve. I believe I am. BABBEL.com.
I think if you get to work now, you could probably learn perfect French and do the entire Madawaska show in French.
That's true. We could actually do it. Like I could do it. We could do it on that bridge, the show. Close the bridge. I could do it from whatchamacallit, Edmundston, and the audience could be in Madawaska.
Correct.
They could name that bridge after me. That's what I want.
That's an international one. I think we're going to have to go a little bit above Madawaska for that. We might have to.
Can I get the American side of it?
Yeah, but I think that's probably like I'm
French Canadian.
Yeah, so I'm more confident about the French Canadian side. So we might have to appeal to the senators in Maine for that. Don't you think?
Collins and Angus King.
Yeah, we might need their help. But
I met Angus King once. He was nice.
He taught at Bowdoin.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
He taught you at Bowdoin?
No, I applied for his leadership class, but I was not accepted.
Oh, too bad you didn't apply for somebody's fucking geography class there. But anyway, the number one selling language learning app, Babbel. If you're learning to speak a new language, and it's something to do right now, you got nothing to do. Like you want to spend 15 minutes a day doing something. You're sitting there staring at a wall all day. You're done listening to this podcast. And you're just surfing around for something else to do. The perfect way to learn a new language on the go. These classes you took in high school, nope. Babbel designs their courses with practical, real-world conversations in mind, things you use in everyday life. Created by over 100 language experts. You can learn from 14 different languages: Spanish, French, Italian, German. I think maybe the Minifans we should get together and find a language. And if we did, Steve, I would do a whole show in that language.
A full language, speech, just like a Minifan language club.
Yes. I want Minifans to do. I will join that club with Minifans if they do that. Pick a language, I'll do it.
I think Babbel is a presenting sponsor.
Why not? 3-month Babbel subscription. You get 3 months for free. 6 months for the price of 3 months. Go to Babbel.com. Use promo code Kirk, BABBEL.com. Code Kirk for an extra 3 months free. Our great new partners. I love having these guys around. Babbel.com. All right, anything else, Steve?
Well,
well, yeah, go ahead.
President Trump has finally figured out how he's going to get around his cancellation, his ban from Twitter. He just put out a statement to the media, and every single one of these reporters who, like a month ago, were his words are violence, just tweeted out. So one tweet instead becomes like 1,000 tweets from every other media outlet.
Did he tweet something else?
No, he released a statement. Like,
what did he say?
He's like declaring war on Mitch McConnell and saying he's going to support primaries. And I guess like an earlier draft of the speech made fun of Mitch McConnell for having multiple chins. And it was like a typical Trump tweet, only like refined into, an 800,000 word letter. And he emails it out, and every single reporter just like blasts it out over and over and over and over and over again. And so he's still effectively having his reach on Twitter because all the reporters who advocated for him being kicked off Twitter are now bringing him back on Twitter.
Well, I mean, they must miss him, right? I mean, Biden is so freaking boring. I mean, it's unbelievable. I saw a story yesterday, and again, I don't care for Biden. I don't care for Trump. But they were talking about how Biden, like, they're building like an extra fireplace or something. Did you see this story?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the Newsweek story where he at Camp David he played Mario Kart with his granddaughter. There was an actual story.
Yeah, but he was
Luigi,
but he was Luigi. But they're like, he likes to go to bed early. That was the thing. I was like, well, no shit. He's fucking 90 years old. He probably goes to bed at 5:30. Like, I don't blame him either. He's an old man.
He also likes pudding and Jell-O.
Yeah, like, I don't, it's just freaking, I don't know. But the big news was yesterday we saw on social media your dog's painting.
Correct. Yes, Zygophilia.
It looks great. It's Paint Your Life, obviously. We'll talk about them in a second. But who commissioned this work?
My wife actually handled it.
She did. Why did she want it? Was this for you, or was this for?
It was supposed to be a birthday present for me because I thought that the juxtaposition of a dog in this kind of like stately, regal attire would be ironic, because he's a dog. Dogs don't have any business running, provinces in France. But hey, there he is in that picture, and he looks like he's like a pretty adequate governor of some province in France.
Oh, it looks great. I'm just saying this was your like idea, and she ordered it for you, or it was her idea, like the dog. I mean, as the ruler.
I had talked about it as an idea, and she executed it.
Are the in-laws in the home right now?
No, I think they're out. I don't think they wanted to be here. They might be taking the dogs on a walk.
They're here.
What?
They're around.
Yes, they are around. But they knew there were some.
They've arrived.
Yes,
you guys
they've
had
arrived.
Political battles yet, or no?
No,
the battle or no?
No, the battle now is about Bitcoin actually, because he's kind of the father's an old school. Just put your money in a boring safe fund and pay someone to do it. Yes, he's kind of like you. So there's a generational wealth divide, and so I'm haranguing him about the extra returns that he could be getting if he were invested in digital currencies.
But he's never going to do that.
I'm working on him. He might do it just as a novelty, just as something to play around with, because he's interested in the technology, and I can be very persuasive.
Do you think they like you or no?
I think so. They like me enough. They like me enough to let me marry their only daughter.
But what do you call them mom and dad or
no? No, I call them by their first names.
Okay. And what do they call you?
Steve.
They call you Steve. Okay. And who do you like better? Who do you get along with better, the mom or the dad? The mom?
I think I get along with them both in different ways. I think I identify more with the mom because she grew up in a community that was very similar to the community that I grew up in. But I think I get along more on an intellectual level with the father.
Oh, really? Oh, so
yeah.
The dad's smart. So the dad's smarter than the mom, you're saying?
No, they're both equally smart, but like the mother is like interested in art and stuff, and the dad is more interested in like economics. I mean, they went to the same college, so I mean, they're both pretty much equally smart. But I get along with them equally, but in different ways.
Have you told them you love them ever or no?
Yeah.
You have. They say they love you.
Yeah. Hugs, love, of course.
They say they love you.
Yes, I'm a big love guy.
But they say that to you.
Yes, of course. Have you never had that discussion with your in-laws?
No, I have not.
No, really?
No, I have not. The best part about in-laws is once you have kids, like I can now call them things like there's grandma and whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's intense competitive battles in my family over who is going to get the ancestral, like who's going to be the nanny, who's going to be Grammy, who gets mama,
really,
who gets.
But there already are grandkids though.
Yeah, there already are grandkids, but as the more grandkids come in, new grandparent titles are established, and there are some people like staking their claim already.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. My mom and dad were grandma and grampy.
Yeah, Grammy and Grampy. Grammy and Grampy doesn't get much better than that.
What was your grandfather? What'd you call him? Gramps?
Gramp Robinson. He was Grampy Gramp Robinson.
Gramp Robinson. You know what, Steve? He never got to see that painting.
No, he certainly
never. I mean, he's looking at it. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. He's looking at it now.
No, actually, I don't think he ever got to see Ziggy because of coronavirus.
Don't say that. Don't. Yeah. It's been cruel enough. So he never even got to see Ziggy. Not even. But I mean, now I think it'd be nice, Steve.
A painting with both of them.
A painting with both of them. You've already got one. How about another one? At Patriotlife.com.
I think it's time. I think
you got to do it.
Gramp and Zig together, immortalized.
Patriotlife.com and do it. I gotta say, I thought I was gonna mock this painting. It's actually kind of a cool painting. I have to say they did a good job with it. Whoever the artist is, we're gonna get a
frame for it. We think it needs to be framed as if this is appearing in like the Louvre or one of the fancy museums. It needs to
naturally, of course.
It needs to be treated with the dignity that it exudes.
There has to be a time in history, not that you would know, but where like some crazy queen or king died and loved their dog so much that the dog ruled for like a day or something. That has to have happened in history.
Yeah, I would lean more towards I guess there were lots of royal dogs in Japan.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe then, but there was a story just recently about a guy who left $5 million just to his dog.
It's fucking unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I respect it. You get this portrait about 3 weeks, by the way. Professional hand-painted portrait. You see it from any photos. This was a photo of Ziggy, correct?
It was a Photoshop job.
I understand that, Steve. But I'm saying
I didn't spring for the costume.
Right. Quick and easy process. You get it in about 3 weeks. Send me a picture. Perfect gift. Steve got it for a birthday. It can be cherished forever. At patriotlife.com, there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And I'm guessing, Steve, by the way, you do not want that money refunded. You're keeping the painting, correct?
Hell no. Yes, they deserve it. I mean, they could have charged double for the quality they produced.
20% off and free shipping if you text the word Kirk, K-I-R-K, to 64,000. Kirk to 64,000. Kirk to 64,000 at patriotlife.com. Celebrate the moments that matter most. All right. So we get Carabas in a couple of days?
Yeah, Carabas Friday morning. Have you talked to him, or you want me to reach out? I think you're going to be a little busy.
Yeah, reach out. We'll figure out something Friday. All right, we'll talk to you then.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.